Hey Aquarians, it's Robin with Intuitive Tarot Empath. Welcome to my channel. This is your general reading for July 2017. In the event that this does or does not resonate with you, go check out the videos for your sun, moon, and or rising signs so you can get the most amount of information about the energy surrounding you all throughout July and even into the first 2 weeks of August, or this could be energy that's been following you since the last 2 weeks of June. So I'm going to shuffle the cards with your energies in mind. If you do not want to watch me shuffle, you feel free to go right on ahead and skip this part. All right. So for the last few months, we have been talking about Aquarians being healers or looking for answers to health issues or working with mentors to bring answers to questions that you've had concerning either spirituality or health. But it's been a lot about your body and your mind and fusing the two together and working with people to help you get there. So let's see what comes up for Aquarius. Energy surrounding Aquarius for the month of July. What are the energies surrounding Aquarius for the month of July? Energy surrounding Aquarius. Of July. Alright, so I think we have 3 more shuffles in there, and then we should be good to go. Maybe 4. Yep, that's the one. Alright, blah, 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 cards. Alright, let's see. That one. That one. Yes. Alright, so we have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Empress is what's crossing you. That's great. So, some big stuff going on for Aquarians. The 6 of Wands, the 7 of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups, the 3 of Wands, this is great, the Ace of Pentacles, fantastic, the 10 of Pentacles, even better, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here, Aquarians. So on the bottom of the deck, and this is actually interesting, I feel like there might be a period of time that you're going through currently where you feel as though you're a little bit out of balance. It's nothing to be afraid of. You are going to get that balance back. But there's something going on in your daily life. It could even be with the relationships in your life, either business partnerships or like love relationships. It's just making you feel a little out of balance on the daily. And I say that because on the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 6 of Pentacles, like the Chariot card, is all about balance, getting things under control. For some of you, it could be a lack of balance with your money, feeling as though you don't necessarily have enough. This could also just be a lack of balance in the everyday, your daily routines, your daily schedules. There's been some sort of upset to it. But because it's the 6 of Pentacles, it's not necessarily major, but also we have the Chariot here, so there is kind of there's big stuff going around or going on in your life right now that's asking for you to really get things under control if you feel as though they haven't been. So, this is, for some of you who, I feel like for some of you who have opened businesses, this could also be about, getting your feet off the ground and, starting off, and now you're trying to get to a point where you're the upright 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is just saying like check yourself for where you're feeling balanced versus where you're feeling unbalanced, and see what you can do to re-establish the balance. Check out your relationships, check out your daily routines, because there's something there that just feels a little off. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. So this card has come up for you, I feel like, every month for the last however many months we've been doing it, since like March. And the Hierophant talks about tradition, and it talks about contracts, and it talks about marriage, but it's in reverse. So when this card comes up for you guys, I feel like it's saying that a lot of you are going, once again, you've been practicing non-traditional ways of either healing or non-traditional relationships that you've been having. I feel like with this card and the Chariot, which is a 7, the focus for this month might be more so on your relationships, either your marriage relationships or your like business partnerships, and just trying to get those partnerships in alignment with your truth. That's what's like coming up for me. So like we have the World card underneath that, so just saying that like the universe is coming in to surround you with like goodness and loving energy. So like nothing here is bad, it's just unbalanced. So like a change might have occurred that has sent you into a place where you're kind of reevaluating things. And in your reevaluation of things, it might feel as though things are a little bit out of control, or they're a little bit messy, or they're a little bit strange, or, you know, they're a little bit unbalanced. But this World card is saying, don't worry, it's going to get back into alignment. Everything's going to be back in its place. You're working hard to achieve that balance. But you're just going to go through a little period of time where things might be a little bit uncomfortable. And so the 9 of Cups in reverse is saying that like you're on your way to happiness and fulfillment and contentment, but there are just a few things that you have to look at right now in order to get there and make sure that those things are in alignment. And I think that it has to do with relationships and business partnerships. So we have, like here in the present, we have the Chariot in reverse. So for those of you who have messaged me and said that you were, you know, opening new businesses or getting into healing, or, you know, this could even be for those of you who have kids that are in school and now it's summer, because you see here the 7, and 7 is July, and also 6 is June. So this is just saying that like there's been an upset in the routine, or there's been an upset in the schedule of some sort. So like if it's with a business, it's that you're, you know, if it's a fresh business that you're opening, it's learning the ins and outs of like how to do this stuff. If it's with you personally, that, you know, all of these months we've been talking about finding answers to questions, and it's something that you've been working really hard to find the answers and solutions to for a long time. So this is saying that now, how do I take all of that information and process it, and, you know, how do I metabolize it and make it work for me? So that's the process that you're going through right now. This could also be about relationships, just saying that like, you know, there's been something happened in the relationship that's making you feel as though you're kind of out of control. And now you're just trying to get things back into alignment. So, you know, check out your relationships. And this could also be about business partnerships, that you and your business partner might have different ways of looking at things, and now you're trying to figure out how to melt together the two ideas that you have about how things should get done. What's crossing you is the Empress card, and the Empress is great because like you're not stressed about this. It's not, you know, this isn't the kind of balance that, or lack of balance that comes with like a Tower card or a Death card. This is the kind of balance that you're like, it's cool, like things will change, you know. And actually this is interesting because you have the 3 of Wands and you have the Empress, which is the 3 card. Both of them are about waiting. So you are in a really good place where you're being extraordinarily patient about what's happening, because you know within yourself that like this is going to resolve itself, and it's really not a big deal. That like, you know, this upset or this lack of balance, like it's going to work itself out. That's essentially what it's saying, and you're just waiting for it to work itself out. And there's not really much that you have to do. to work it out. You know, aside from looking at your relationships, and obviously what you can do is seeing where you can change little things. It's almost like I can take responsibility for my part in this, but once that's done and I've taken my, you know, my part in this, then like that's all I can do. So underneath the Chariot and the Empress, like all of these readings this month have been like super, super chill. So the Six of Wands here is saying that like whatever venture you've embarked on is a very successful one. There's like a sense of victory, and it's a six. So once again, it's about your everyday life. So I have a feeling that some of you, because we have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Six of Wands, and Wands and Pentacles speak of the work that you're doing in the world and how you're making your money and all that good kind of stuff. Things that you're passionate about, you've had a victory. You know, if it's been about your health, it's been about finding the answers to your questions and feeling as though you're getting better and better. You're walking into the future victoriously. If it's about a business, it's saying that like, you know, you're proud of yourself for opening that business, or you've had a lot of success in that business and you're riding into the future feeling really good about the decisions that you've made. And it's something that affects your daily life. This could also be about, you know, relationships, meeting, you know, if you've met somebody, or I don't know, just going through a really good period of time in your relationship or with a person and feeling as though things were on the up and up and feeling like the everyday of things was really, really good. And here you are emotionally investing in things, Queen of Cups. So even though Aquarius is an air sign, I still feel like this is you, like you being open and giving of yourself emotionally. So it's like whatever it is that you're doing, you're emotionally invested in it. So if it's the business, it's something that's close to your heart. If it's a relationship, you're open and ready to give of yourself to this person. It's a very calm energy. It's a very like maternal kind of energy, but not, it's the same kind of energy as the Empress. It's just super chill. And it's like, you know, you've come into a space where you've done a lot of work and now you're just kind of enjoying, like you're looking back on, it's almost like you're looking back on how far you've come. And the Empress and the Chariot card are both looking in the present. They're looking straight ahead, but the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands are looking, well, the Queen of Cups is looking to the past, and the I'm sorry, I'm like stuttering today. And the Six of Wands is looking to the future. So I think that you're just in a really good spot. Like you're living in the present moment. And I think that that's what's giving you such a sense of like, it's all going to be good. It's all going to work itself out. It's really not a big deal. Yeah, just like super chill, because you guys have been wanting, you know, for some of you, you've been really wanting things to happen. You've gotten frustrated with the answers. You know, if you've been asking questions of people and you really want an answer to something, you haven't necessarily been getting, you know, the answers that you want, but you come into a period of peace and victory. And that's where you are now, is that, you know, I can only do so much. And I think that that's part of what you've learned from this whole experience. There's only so much I can do. In the advice card, we have the Seven of Wands. So you have a lot of sixes, a lot of sevens, and a few threes. So the Seven of Wands is saying that like when it comes to a relationship, you know, whether it's a business partnership or, you know, if there's been any sort of contention, like if you felt frustrated at any moment with somebody because they weren't necessarily giving you what it was that you wanted, like they weren't giving you the answers that you wanted, you know, if it was a business partner, they weren't getting on like your level when it comes to your ideas, you'll notice that this guy is on top of, he's on top of a rock and he's kind of like trying to get himself up to the next level. So it's like, you know, even with a relationship, if that person, you know, doesn't have the same ideas as you do, this card, you know, and it's been frustrating to you, this card is saying to like get on their level for a minute so that you can understand where they're coming from and then work to rise above it, but bring them up with you. Like that's the advice from this card. understand where this person is coming from and why they want the things that they want, or why they're saying the things that they're saying. And then, get back to where you are, which is like, Aquarians right now are really, I feel like, ascending to this like higher level because they've been doing a lot of research, for the things that they're passionate about. They've been asking a lot of questions of people. Some of you have been finding mentors or going to workshops, or, connecting with a network of people who are passionate about the same things that you're passionate about. And some of the people in your life don't necessarily understand that. And so that can create a lack of balance, and obviously it can create some sort of disharmony. So this is just saying that, with this chill vibe that you're exhibiting, especially throughout the month of July, get back to, and this is so easy for Aquarians to do because you guys really can get on someone else's level. You're extremely empathetic, so you can put yourself in someone else's shoes and realize like, oh my God, this is why they're doing it. Okay. So now that I've figured it out, it almost like helps you level up. So that's what it's saying. It's just like, continue to be understanding about where people are coming from. And in those moments when you're frustrated about, why something isn't necessarily going the way you want it to, or why this person doesn't agree with you on something, or, in those moments where you clash over ideas about how things work or how they should work, this is just saying to, empathize with that person, understand where it's coming from, because it's not that they want to get the best of you. It's not that they want to frustrate you. There's an underlying issue there. There's something else that's causing them to clash with you. So keep that chill vibe, get on their level for a minute, and then go right back up to where you were. But now you have a different understanding of the relationship and what's going on. What's great is that we have the Three of Wands. So this is about starting something new and putting the intentions out in the world and watching as your ships come in. So for the month of July, you might not necessarily be getting a lot back in terms of the energy that you put out, but this is the card of manifestation. So it's saying that, like, the business that you started might not necessarily be like super, it's successful for what it is as it has begun, but it's like, that it's going to be even more successful. And there's this period of waiting. The Empress card is waiting. The Queen of Cups is kind of a mellow waiting kind of energy. So July is about, if it's about a relationship, it's about putting your intentions out into the world and then waiting and watching as, what you want comes back. It's all very positive and good. So it's just saying that, like, all of the hard work that you've done to get yourself where you are, you're going to see it start to come back to you. And through July is just kind of like a chill waiting kind of time, but not in a frustrated kind of way. In fact, we do have like resolutions to things. So it's like so this is like you're waiting for something to happen. Either you put out a new business, you start a new website, you're offering different amenities to people, and now it's just a matter of, I've started it, now I'm just waiting for it to come to fruition. Or with a relationship, if the daily ins and outs of life have gotten a little bit muddled or a little bit unbalanced, this is just saying that, like, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Like, give it a minute, it's just gonna work itself out. If you've been having health issues, this is really about, waiting for test results, waiting for answers to questions, but not in a way that's frustrated or that you're fighting against it. You're just kind of like, it's cool. It'll happen when it happens. And like, it's about to happen. So we good. And this is even like something that'll happen. Like, that's the pervasive feeling throughout July, is just this feeling of waiting, but being like not choking it, like not choking the energy. You're really open. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this is more so as we're coming into August, so like end of July. So remember how we were just talking about waiting, waiting for things to come in. This is it. It comes in. Here it is, the Ace of Pentacles. Here's the new opportunity. Here's the offers of money. Here's, the new offers to you of questions answered. This is, the love, offers of love, depending on what, we're talking about a general reading here, and I'm trying to be as general as possible with the different scenarios that this could possibly be. But the pervasive one, like I keep saying here, is one of working really hard to achieve something. We have so many pentacles here. We have so many wands. So this is about how you're putting yourself out into the world. And this is saying that, like, here, like, you started the business, you put the intention out when it, whatever it comes to. And here it's saying, like, here's the opportunity. Like, somebody comes in and offers you, I saw your website, I love what you're doing, I want to buy something. Or this is, here's the test results. This is, the message from, a love interest. Hey, how have you been? New opportunities in whatever situation this is, and it's brand new. And what's great is that what's surrounding you is this feeling. It's the Ten of Pentacles. So this is saying that, like, I'm sorry, it looked like my nail was gross. The Ten of Pentacles is like the happily ever after card. The Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card too, but this is like happily ever after card when it comes to money, family, wealth, abundance. So you've been working super hard to create this. And I think that this card is why it's so easy for you to just kind of be chill, because it's like, I have everything that I need and I'm beginning to manifest even more of it. So, like, why am I going to be upset? Like, I'm living the life that I want to live, and the only thing it's going to do is get better. So this is saying that, like, the business is going to be successful. The love is going to be successful. So, like, if things are a little bit unbalanced right now, they're about to get balanced. So this we're talking about more toward the end of July. And it could even be like the first 2 weeks of August that things start to really, like, straighten out and feel really good. So this is the successful answers to your questions. Just success, great success. Whatever it is that you started, now you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. And like I said, this works in tandem. I mean, look at this story here. I really feel like a lot of you have been doing a lot of, like, really good work. So this is saying, I put my intentions out in the world. The Three of Wands, I put my intentions out in the world. I wait for them to come back. They do. And then I have great success. So, whatever that means for you. Like I keep saying, if it's with business, if it's with, questions that you've had surrounding your health, if it's with family, if it's with scheduling, if it's with love, if it's with marriage, like, you're getting it back this month. Like, things are starting to get, like, straighten out. The Two of Pentacles is talking about balance. Some of you might be traveling throughout this month because we do have the boat on the sea in the back. So I don't know, some of you could be traveling overseas. Some of you could be, traveling around within the state. It is summer, so this card is kind of summery in that, some of you could be finding yourselves at the beach. Twos are about communications. Let me know how to speak. So 2 is about communication, and also this is the Pentacles, so this is about communication concerning money. So if, and with the Chariot, you also have the 2, like, human-faced lions that the man behind the Chariot card is trying to, like, get into charge. So this is just saying that, like, balance will be achieved. I mean, if you didn't know that from the Ten of Pentacles, now I'm going to tell you again. Balance is going to be achieved. It's going to be a little rocky sometimes and a little bit, but it's something that will be in your control again by the end of July. And maybe even into the first 2 weeks of August. So this is great because it's just about, like, balance with your money, balance with your relationships, good communication. This is about traveling, overseas or, on water, or even just, to another, traveling around a lot. So you could be traveling to meet somebody. But yeah, this is just about Like, if you're feeling unbalanced right now, your balance is going to come back to you, and it's going to be through communication with people. So communication with a business partner, communication of your intentions with your romantic partner. That could be messages, because it is communication, messages back and forth. If you've been, I know that we've talked about this before, if you've been having health issues and you've been corresponding with a network of people who also share in the same kind of health issues, this is just really, it's good. It's just, and I keep saying this in all of the other readings too that I've done, that like, there's nothing bad here. It's all so chill. So the Knight of Cups in reverse is the outcome. So the Knight of Cups in reverse is just saying that, like, I think by the end of July, you're going to be re-evaluating based on past experiences, because the Knight of Cups is looking into the past. And so I think that you're going to be looking at your successes and really appreciating them, but I think that you're also going to be looking at the past and thinking about, okay, so that happened. How do I make it so that where we are now is where we are always? And this is you know, giving of yourself to someone else, being open emotionally. I know that the Knight of Cups can sometimes be kind of an immature energy, especially if in reverse. But I think that more so what this is talking about is that you're going to hit whatever it is that you're doing with a childlike kind of quality, you know, with openness and freeness and, you know, giving of yourself. And yeah, it's just good. It's just good. I think it's just going to be about, you know, reflecting on the past and appreciating where you are, and then using that reflection to figure out how you can make things even better, because things are going to be really good for you this month. Really, really good. Really, really chill. I see a, like, I don't know, there's water here with the Two of Pentacles, and with the Knight of Cups, and with the Queen of Cups, and you have the Cancer card with the Chariot, and I just feel like this is going to be a really fun summer for you. Like, I see going to the beach, I see hanging out with friends, I see really enjoying things, and all of the things that were causing you stress and unbalance in your life are going to be put on the back burner, because you're just so chill about it. Like, nah, okay, it'll come when it comes, but I'm not, you know, I'm not stressing. Also, because you've had some sort of success in the past that has opened you up emotionally and has made it possible for you to have faith and hope and believe that things are going to get better, or believe that, you know, that things are good as they are. Let's see, who should we clarify? Maybe that Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, yeah, so there's one, the Owls. That makes sense with that card too. So we talked before about, so this is the card that came up. This is the clarification card. It's the Owls. I want two more cards, but this going along with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is all about rising above situations, rising to be, you know, it's almost like leveling up, being the best version of yourself, or rising above a difficult situation. And in reverse, it's saying that, like, there's someone who's trying to pull you down to their level, and it's not necessarily, like, it doesn't feel good, but it's in the advice position, so it's just saying to come to their level so that you can understand where it is that they're coming from. But the Owls are saying that, like, you know, there's someone around you who might be kind of not a negative influence, but it's like you think that they're talking smack, so to speak. So it's like the two owls represent kind of gossipy old women, so to speak. So it's just saying that like there are people around you who you feel don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. But remember, whenever someone is talking negatively about you, it's not coming from a place of hatred. It's usually coming from a place of jealousy, because you have something that they don't, and they want to have that happiness, and they wish they did. So the way that they're playing it out is by hating on you. Okay. Key. So the key is saying that, like, here, you'll see that it's a cracked egg, and inside is a key. We have the sun. Right now, as I'm doing this reading, the sun is in Cancer. And the 3 + 3 is 6. So this is about daily life. So I have a feeling that there is someone or a small group of people who are talking. You know, it almost seems like whenever you're around them, you just get a weird vibe. Like something doesn't feel right. It almost feels like, you know, either their accolades are not, what's the word? It's not intentional. That's not the word. Their accolades aren't genuine. You know, if they're praising you for your success, it doesn't feel genuine. If they're praising you like, oh my God, it just seems like you have such a happy relationship. Like, whatever it is that this person is saying to you, it doesn't feel genuine. It could even be that if you've opened a business, you know, and it's, it could be the conflict between you and a business partner, or it could be the conflict between you and your romantic partner. So somebody who's just disagreeing with the way that you're doing things. I don't like the way you're doing it. I think that we should do it like this. But then you hold the key to all of this. And the key is to take yourself out of yourself for a moment. Take yourself out of your mindset for a moment. And empathize with them. Why are they acting like that? Why are they saying that? It has nothing to do with me. What is it that they don't have? Or what is it that I have that they want that's making them act this way? Because it's not about me. Whenever someone has a conflict with you, or whenever someone's talking shit about you behind your back, it's never about you. It's about what they want that you have. Or it's about, you know, and it could even be like you have happiness and they want that and they're jealous of it, so they gossip. Or they disagree. Oh, if I was her, him, I wouldn't have done it like that. Oh, if that was me, I wouldn't have done it like that. But, you know, whenever there's that line of like, if that was me, I wouldn't have done it like that, what they're really saying is, yeah, but I wish that I had had the balls to do it in the first place. Like, I'm the one who's sitting here on the sidelines kind of picking apart, because you'll notice that the owls have the beaks, right? So it's like, I'm picking apart what this person has done, but I didn't have the guts to do it myself. Because isn't it easier to like sit on the sidelines and judge and critique? So let's see. But then you hold the key to all of this because you're chill as fuck. You're just chilling. You're like, okay, cool. Like, talk shit. That's fine. Because I know that what you're saying is because you want something that I have, or because you see something in me that you want that you can't seem to manifest in yourself, and that has nothing to do with me. And this is also about answers to questions. Like, that's what the key is. So if you've been, you know, we talked about this before, if you've been having health issues, you've been going to doctors, this is about finding the answers to questions. You know, that this is about rising above, you know, if you haven't been feeling well, this is about rising above those, you know, the way that you've been feeling. Where is this final card? All right, so I'm going to give this little deck 3 more shuffles. And then I'm going to pull a card. I usually like them to just fall out, but today they're like, what? Alright, so I'm going to take it from the middle. Ah, okay. New beginnings. So this is saying that, like, you're going to have a new beginning with this person. For some of you, I don't know, I'm just going to throw this out there. For some of you, pregnancy is in the mix because we have the Empress and we have the Child card. For some of you, this is just saying that, like, you find the answers to your questions and now you can feel free. There's a freedom in this. There's a freedom in all of this. So with all three of these cards, whether it's overcoming conflict with a group or set of people who have been, you know, negatively talking about things that you're doing, or, you know, if it's a negative discourse that you've been having with your spouse, or if it's, you know, some sort of negativity that you've been experiencing with somebody, it's like you put yourself in their shoes for a moment, you realize where they're coming from, and then it changes the game. It changes how you feel about them. It sets you free. It's great. That's amazing. Aquarius, you guys are in such an awesome place. You're like my Zen peeps. I mean, Cancer and Virgo were pretty zen, but, like, you're legit, like, whew, zenning out. Like, it's cool. I'll wait. I ain't got nothing but time. Alright, so now, and I mean, I cursed a lot less in this video than I did in the other ones. So I think that says something too. It's just, like, totally chill. And there's, like, no reason not to be chill. Alright, so we need one last message. Alright, I think it's that one. Healer of Thought. That's interesting. Okay, so this is kind of what we were talking about before. So here's the Healer of Thought. So the Healer of Thought is just saying that it's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. Weren't we just talking about a lack of balance and how, like, you know, if your schedule has been disrupted because it's been the start of summer, so, like, your, you know, your kids are out of school, or, you know, the work hours are different because you have, you know, off Fridays, or whatever the case is, you know, get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. That's what we're talking about with the owls. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, has a wonderful sense of humor, and offers a lot of life experience. Absolutely. So you hold the key, Aquarians. Healer of Thought in this little book. So the Healer of Thought is the same as the Queen of Swords. So in the book it says, out with the old and in with the new. It's time to clean up all aspects of your life that no longer serve your divine purpose. If your space is cluttered and disorganized, tidy it up. If your home is full of things you no longer use, have a yard sale or donate them to a reputable charitable organization. If there are people in your life who only take and don't give back, or are creating unnecessary drama in your world, it may be time to release them. Mixing humor with wisdom can help solve any problem in a way that everyone can approve of. And didn't we say that before? The owls, the key, the child. The key unlocks things, right? It releases the lock. It's going to release you into freedom. People, someone who has great wisdom accumulated from diverse experiences in life, a person who has infinite patience and a wonderful sense of humor, a successful individual without an ounce of pretension, a very insightful and caring friend, a sometimes stoic or professional demeanor that hides a warm and loving heart. Additional meanings of this card: unmarried individuals, a single parent, asserting your independence, being a perfectionist. So this card is also the U card, because Aquarians, God only knows why you're named Aquarians, and yet you are an air sign. So you are the Healer of Thought. So Aquarians, I'm super excited for the incredibly chill July that you're about to have. I hope that you enjoy every minute of it. Please let me know how it goes in the comment section, or feel free to send me an email at intuitivetarotempath@gmail.com. And if you enjoyed this reading just as much as I enjoyed doing this reading, please check out my website, intuitivetarotempath.com. And, you know, I'd love to hear from you guys. So with that said, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I can't wait for the July that you guys are about to have, and I'll see y'all in August. Bye!